Hey there, and welcome back to Five Nights at Ovidio's Golden Days, where we're pretty much only gotta tackle Custom Night and Extras. Custom Night, max difficulty, I don't think will be too difficult. I guess we'll see, to be honest. We're just gonna hop right in. I don't know, a lot of it is just like sound cue dependent. Power's never been much of an issue. I guess we'll see, though. Oh, wait, black and white? Wait, no, it was always black and white. What am I on about? Okay, relax, relax. Go away. Uh-oh. I'm glad that you can just see them on camera and tell immediately that they're in front. Honestly, that means I might as well just watch camera 5 or 2. That'll pretty much always tell me. Okay, maybe they don't always show up. Or actually, no, I think that's because I was looking all the way to the right. Uh-oh. Oh, close the door. $2 a.m. 800. So we only went through like what, 20%? We're doing really good. Oh, 30 a.m. I think from a power standpoint, we're definitely fine. I mean, again, it's not too crazy, especially with just 4 characters. As long as you watch cameras 2 and 5, you should be able to deal with them really easily. Just constantly check the hallway. Make sure to be vigilant with the cameras so you don't miss anyone going to vent. Alright, you're ready to shut the vent. Alright, not yet. Come on. Actually, let me just shut the vent. $5 AM already. Ooh, power's draining quickly. At least a bit quicker than usual. Because I'm wondering, how long would it take to drain power from the vent? I mean, it's draining pretty quickly now. Okay, so it's a constant drain. Well, there you go. That's 420 mode. I mean, that was pretty quick, pretty easy. Oh. What's going on? Let's see. In the gold Teletubby suit. There's like a voice in the background. I can't make it out though. So I'll try and enhance the audio if anything.
Look at what he's done. Look at what he's done.
Look at what you've done.
What have I done?
For a second I thought I was gonna have to click something. Was that phone guy? I couldn't tell if that sounded like phone guy or not. But there you have it, the 420 mode ending of Five Nights at Ovidio'S Golden Days. I had a feeling it'd be somewhat easy. At least, like, you know, based on how, like, the main nights went, I had a feeling that was gonna be not too complicated, right? Again, a lot of it pretty much revolves around constantly checking the main hallway and checking camera 2 and 5, or just looking out for Thomas the Engine as well as camera 5, just to make sure no one sneaks by and enters events. If you do it quick enough, you're pretty much always going to catch them before they enter the events anyway. And I don't know, it seems like you might be able to close events for like extended periods of time without having to even open it, and you might honestly be able to survive, because in that scenario power drain was a non-factor. In fact, it felt like throughout the entirety of the game power has been a non-factor, so I think they could have definitely made power drain a lot stronger, because I never really found myself in a scenario where I was in danger of running out of power, or it got close, to be honest. Besides that, it's pretty straightforward, I would say, for a 420 mode. Even despite the speed, everything is pretty much like it's easily like done, I guess. It's like, you know what I mean, you're not really facing multiple enemies at the same time, or at the very least, if you are, it's pretty, I mean, it's not like you're in it doesn't put you in a tough spot, you know. Like, that only really happens if you like close the vent and then close the main shutter in front of you. You rarely see that with Thomas. I mean, again, it's like you're given a lot of time to really take care of things. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the gameplay portion, pretty much. All we have left are extras here, as well as a bonus section down there. Hold on. Alright, starting off with the characters, we have Golden Poe, Lilia Van Rouge, Jack Howell, and of course Thomas Gotts, along with Nathan Ovidio. So, okay. And then Ace Trapola. This is our character, pretty much. Now, the developer did leave some comments in that first video I made on the game, and it helps give a lot more context as to what this game is and what the characters are doing here and all that. So, I guess, to help give some context, right? Apparently, these 4 characters, or at least the anime characters in general, are from a Disney game called Twisted Wonderland, I believe. And all of this entire cast are pretty much here because these are the developers' favorite characters, with the exception of Nathan, who is pretty much a self-insert of themselves, basically. I mentioned in that first video that obviously the game was pretty much using parts from Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's Revived, right? Like, the office is pretty much the exact same space. You have the vent on the right, as well as that main hallway, and the shutter door that you have to crank in order to shut. Now, this is mainly because, according to them, this is like a remake, or like remake style of Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's Revived, mainly because this game is inspired by a FNAF fan game about Fredbear's Family Diner, where the only real differences were the main edits in the game were like FNAF edits. I guess it's like maybe like FNAF PNGs to some extent. I'm not entirely sure. I guess some additional context for the FNAF fan game. The inspiration for this game was based on a FNAF fan game on Fredbear's Family Diner that was recoded by Lauren Studios. The game had edits and PNGs and edits of FNAF 1 and 2 assets, which is pretty much kind of like what this game was going for, but instead it did that with Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's revived assets, essentially. Now, honestly, for the developer's first game, this wasn't bad, to be honest. I mean, it was, it was pretty simple to the point, pretty fun, not too difficult, I would say. Which, in some cases could be a negative, I suppose. I mean, for 420 mode, I think it definitely could have been harder, and I think the power management could have definitely used some work because it's almost non-existent. Like, you don't really have to use power management. They pretty much gave, like, a lot of little interesting details about the game itself, about, like, the choices for some of the characters, as well as, like, I think, like, little references and, like, custom night as well. There's, like, a lot of little bits and pieces about the development of the game overall. Now, I almost missed this, actually, but in custom night, there's apparently a secret if I put... Or there's, like, a little... The game's gonna crash if I put 2021, so let's try that. There was a message up there, no idea what it said, though. Alright, so when you put 2021 into custom night, obviously you get the jump scare from the Ovidio'S self-insert, and it says never forget what you did, or never forget what you done, Ovidio Sandoval. Back to the extras menu, we pretty much went through all the characters, right? Jump scares, prepare your ears in case... Oh wait, no, I get to just pick them. I get to hear them too. Okay. We actually get to see jump scares. I didn't get jump scared once, actually, I think. This entire game. It's kind of weird to think about, actually. Pretty much rapid, just jump scare animations there. Or like, it's kind of like, I think it's more like the PNG style, if anything. Yeah, definitely. And that was straight from the 2021 stuff, pretty much. As for behind the scenes, we have some different camera angles, like the scrapped restroom hallway, old arcade area, in and out of the game, inside and out of the game. More, because it's kind of like development behind the scenes, early game development, the game over frame, Jesus, yeah, no thanks. Also check out, let's see here. Oh, you have Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's recompiled by the Gamer Vice 77 and One Night at Chuck E's rediscovered by Frog Sprog. Also, this is pretty much like showing us some other games. The Return of Vice, as well as The Terrors at Tubbyland by Real Productions. But overall, that's gonna be it for Five Nights at Ovidio'S Golden Days. Some other information regarding the game: the characters, the animatronics, are in fact possessed. That's one thing to note, especially considering what we saw in the max mode difficulty, especially with the self-insert as well, and 2021 mode with the Ovidio character, like, kind of like spirit in a sense. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, let me know what you enjoyed from the video and what you want to see from me. The game will be in the description below as always. Great job so far to Ovidio. Curious to see how that second game is going to go. Best of luck. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.